What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, and today we're going to talk about the firearm that I think handles recoil the best for its size. And what I mean by that is being a smaller firearm that shoots like it should be a much bigger or heavier firearm or more ergonomic firearm and so on. And that's going to be my FN503. You guys see me make a lot of videos about this firearm because I really do pocket carry it about 60 hours a week while working, and I carry it outside of work as well, and I just love this thing. Now, as it is, beat the crap, it's dirty. I do have to clean it today because it's been about a week and a half without cleaning it. It's all scratched up, it's all beat up, gunked up, all that, but the thing runs. But the main thing I love about the FN503, if you guys ever watch videos of me shooting it online that I've posted, this thing handles recoil like crazy. People look at the Glock 43 and they say, hey, this is a snappy firearm, as it should be. It's super light and it's small and it's not the easiest to grip. Also, people say the Hellcat is small snappy, and it is for what it is. Now, this is a firearm that has a 3-inch barrel, and it's about the size of a Glock 43, although shorter in the barrel and slide length. So it's going to be more like a Hellcat when it comes to slide length, and a Glock 43 when it comes to grip and so on. But as you can see as well, I put a hoe grip on it, and that's because it is such a thin firearm. Look at the magazine, how thin it is, and it's thick this way. To make it a perfect grip, I added a Ruger Security 9 hoe grip because I thought I had the Ruger Security 9 and I thought it looked similar in size. So I got the Ruger Security 9 compact hoe grip, and it just happened to work. This one was wider this way but thinner this way, whereas the Ruger was thicker in width but slimmer this way, and it just happened to work out and doesn't affect any function of the firearm when it comes to your mag catch / mag release. Now, when I shoot this thing, it handles recoil honestly like a Glock 26, and it's much smaller and lighter. It handles recoil like a I'm trying to think of some, like a Smith & Wesson 380 Easy, which is one of the lightest shooting firearms, least recoil firearms that I've ever shot. I'm not going to go as far and say that it shoots like a 22 LR or like my Taurus TX22, but I will go as far to say that this thing definitely shoots like it should be, much bigger. This thing is just an awesome firearm. It handles recoil so well, and what's important about handling recoil is being able to get those sights lined up. Now, you don't want to hold the firearm to the point where your hands are just so stiff and you're putting so much pressure on it that you're throwing shots. So you just want to let the firearm do its thing, but with this, the recoil is so minimal that you're right back on sights. And people's number one complaint about this firearm is with the flush mag, it's 6+1. And with the extended mag, it's 8+1. So they say, why not the P365? Why not the Hellcat, Shield Plus, and so on? And I have all those small firearms, and I like all those small firearms. But this outshoots any other micro pistol. It's just what it is. Outshoots a Glock 43. Outshoots the Walther PPS M2, which I have coming on, by the way. Got an awesome deal on it. I'll tell you the story later. But it outshoots, the Hellcat, P365. It outshoots Shield Plus. It outshoots firearms that are bigger than it. And more relevant and hyped up firearms. That's why I don't fall for the hype. I fall for what works for me. And when I actually take to the range and put thousands of rounds through it, what feels good to me and what I know I will be able to defend myself with reliably and in a way where I can really control that firearm under stress and go back to my training. And I honestly love this thing. And people always say, oh, it looks disgusting. I'm like, yeah, it does look disgusting. That's what happens when you pocket carry and you do new construction plumbing for a living. It gets gunked up. As you can see, the finish has faded a little bit. Not a big deal. It's all scratched up. It's dented. But I carry this thing, and people are like, oh, it's rusting. That's just dirt and gunk, but it is what it is. The number one complaint I'd say about this firearm is taking it down. It's sort of hard because the takedown lever is sort of hard to pull out for the pin while you're lining up the slide with the little piece in there. But other than that, I honestly have no complaints about the FN503, and I don't see a lot of people carrying it. But what I will say is, if you haven't shot it, shoot it. It's a great firearm that can flex from a pocket carry roll and deep concealment all the way to just carrying every single day of your life inside the waistband. My number one complaint about it would be aftermarket support when it comes to holsters and gear and stuff, but I did get a holster from Vetter, which makes awesome holsters, and on top of that, I'm getting the pocket holster for it, which should be coming in the mail anytime here soon. That is what the Vetter holster looks like. Nothing fancy, but it's an amazing holster, great retention, and it's just a solid choice. And they make it for the FN503, one of my favorite firearms. Now, another thing I would say I don't like about this particular model is because it doesn't have all this aftermarket support. It doesn't have the hype because it came out about 4 years later than a Glock 43, or 5 years too late. And they were already releasing the Micro 9s and so on. So it basically missed its opportunity to shine in the market at an appropriate time. But that's why I don't listen to hype. I listen to when I go to the range and rent these firearms. That's when I feel the firearm in my hand and give it a shot and buy it. And then it ends up being an awesome firearm that I love. Now, I get that people like carrying compacts and full sizes and double stack Micro 9s, but I promise you, this thing will outshoot any firearm of its size and even a little bit bigger. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching.